good? All right. 23 May 2017, Moscow. The President has called me and asked me to announce that as of 10 p.m. Manila time, he has already declared martial law for the entire island of Mindanao. As Des Guevara has clarified that this is possible on the grounds of existence of rebellion because of what is happening in Mindanao, based on Article 7, Section 18 of the Constitution. This is good for 60 days. I'm going to defer now to Secretary Del Lorenzana, Secretary of National Defense, to give us a backgrounder, and then to Secretary Alan Cayetano of the Department of Foreign Affairs.
Good evening. At 2 p.m. this afternoon, Manila time, joint elements of the Army and the police were trying to serve a warrant of arrest on Isnilon Hapilon at Barangay Basak Marutlot in Marawi City when they were met with firefight or firearms, gunfire from the group of Hapilon Isnilon. At the same time, other groups also of the Maoti and ISIS, group of ISIS, this Maoti is ISIS inspired, started also to occupy some establishment in Marawi City. They occupied the Amay Pakpak Hospital. This is a hospital under the DOH, the City Hall, City Jail, and part of the MSU compound. Fight ensued, and our troops reacted properly. But as of tonight in the Philippines, they were the Maoti group burned several facilities: the St. Mary's Church, the City Jail, and the Dansalan College. The Maoti fighters still occupy also the main street of Marawi City. It's called the Quezon Street, and two bridges leading to the city. As of tonight, there were 3 killed government troops, 1 PNP and 2 Army, and 12 wounded. The whole of Marawi City is blacked out. There is no light, and there are snipers, Maoti snipers all around. So the troops are still on holding, and several troops elements have already joined them from other neighboring units. And tomorrow morning, we are bringing in more troops from Zamboanga and Manila. I talked to the commander of the 1st Division, Major General Rolando Bautista, a while ago, just maybe 5 minutes ago, and he gave me this update. Later, I talked to the governor of Lanao del Sur, Governor Adjong, and he also told me the same thing. Now, there are no civilians are roaming around. They are all in their houses, but there were several houses also that were burned surrounding the other facilities that were burned earlier. Now that is all that we can give you at this moment. We are still waiting for other development.
Good afternoon. I have spoken to my counterpart here in Moscow and have explained the situation, and they understand that the security of the Filipino people, especially in Marawi and the whole Mindanao, is a priority. They understand that the presence of President Duterte is essential in the Philippines. But I will be staying behind. The agreements will be signed, and we will have a bilateral meeting with the Honorable Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, Lavrov. They will announce it, but they are now making arrangements because the President feels that he is needed in Manila as soon as possible. So they will make an announcement, either presidential spokesman or someone else in the cabinet. No? But definitely the agreements will push through, but the President will not be staying until 24th and the 25th. We'll make that announcement later.
We will continue to encourage the community in Marawi and in Mindanao to please take all precaution, cooperate with authorities, and stay calm. We were open now to a few questions.
Sir, just to fine-tune the declaration, what are the areas in Mindanao that is covered? And
It is the entire island of Mindanao.
because of that, what will be the security setup there?
The details will be forthcoming. Any other questions?
Sir, what about in Manila? Is there a need to declare a state of emergency, considering that there has been declaration before by the PNP chief himself that there's some presence of ISIS in Manila?
What the President has done is just to declare only for the island, entire island of Mindanao, including Basilan and Sulu, and Tawi-Tawi.
Sir, question. Just a clarification. There are reports that it's an ISIS attack, and you're saying it's a Maute group with ASG. What group is behind the attack in Marawi?
It is actually Maute Islam ISIS because they are the same.
If it's an ISIS attack, does it mean that it has an international backing?
I believe so because we already there have been report that came to me from Baghdad that they are already seeing these pictures in the website of ISIS. No, I think the website of ISIS in the Middle East.
So there's prior information to this attack in that website?
Maybe no, but you can always stream those information immediately, just as we are doing now. I also got pictures of those people just today from Marawi.
Secretary Ana, would that mean that the meetings with Medvedev and President Putin are scrapped?
Again, the presence of the President, the physical presence is needed in the Philippines. That is the President's assessment. And his priority is always the protection of each and every Filipino. He will act within the framework of the Constitution. We will follow all rules and regulations. Now, the meetings between President Duterte and President Putin and President Duterte and Prime Minister Medvedev will be postponed. And but we are in the process of arranging that the President Putin and President Duterte will be able to speak. Most probably, it'll be a phone call because President Putin is not in Moscow at this point in time.
Good afternoon, sir. Good evening na pala. Sir, may magkakaroon po ng forced evacuation sa mga civilian communities para mag-give way po sa possible surgical operations.
Wala pa ngayon. Ang sinasabi namin doon stay in their homes muna. Huwag silang mag-cut-cut sa paligid ngayong gabi dahil wala nang ilaw at maraming snipers ng mga ISIS na Maute doon na nag-aabang baka mapagkamalan silang sundalo. At also, the soldiers will also might mistake them to be the enemy. So, stay put muna sa mga bahay nila. And then tomorrow when it's light, so malalaman natin kung ano pang gagawin natin doon. We may require them to get out of the homes or evacuate them but we will provide the evacuation facilities like transportation para makaalis sila kung magkaroon talaga ng house-to-house fighting dyan sa Marawi.